Hello everyone, it's Crystal Ether here. The latest Survive event dropped yesterday, with Junior and Jay here to explore its newest gimmick. Trading HP for strong skills with low cooldowns, this duel encourages risk-taking gameplay for great returns. Before we begin, I just want to remind you all that if you really like the card, then go for it. This is a single player game, so you should enjoy your roster how you like. At first glance, Treasure Hunter Jr. is an adjacent card to his Halloween version that is much easier to use on full auto, but lacks the instant firepower that the latter has. As he is slower to cut his current HP below 50% to activate his enmity passive, he's also a safer choice for players unused to this mechanic. However, this card has a lower ceiling than Halloween Jr. due to the flat buffs. Great for short fights, but stackable buffs reign supreme with their consistency regardless of limit break levels and ease in raising stack levels while facing low risk. Treasure Hunter Jr.'s burst damage buff won't achieve maximum efficiency until at least turn 6 when he's cut his HP by about 80%, assuming he hasn't gone hit. It's quite possible for him to be taken out by a single enemy charge attack with low limit break levels, so be careful. The BP generation effect upon landing a critical hit is nice, but as this card lacks any damage boosting buffs such as critical damage up or damage up against foes with a debuff, this card is like a modern version of Detective Billy. Lots of burst skills that hit like a wet noodle until the end of the fight. For frame recommendations, Halloween Jr.'s frame is his best in slot as it can be activated on turn 1, since Treasure Hunter Jr. can cut his HP down to the 60% HP threshold with both skills. The special attack orbs and stackable burst damage and attack buffs are very welcome for this card, who lacks ways to raise his damage ceiling outside of enabling a critical hit. For shorter fights, Junior's Chapter 5 frame can enable his second skills, extra effects, and enmity more quickly by cutting skill cooldowns by 1 turn. If you have nothing else, frames that boost his BP gauge, like the chibi event frames, work as a patch job, as Junior doesn't have many options that support the enmity playstyle. Treasure Hunter J's skill set is built to showcase the current Survive boss gimmick but won't perform well in other content areas. There aren't many situations where a powerful HP regeneration buff is valuable over buffing your DPS, as there aren't any game modes that prioritize keeping your team alive over dealing damage. No, the Survive events don't count. The HP regeneration buff on this card's first skill can also make it difficult to cast his second skill at maximum efficiency, as there's no way for him to direct attacks and control how much damage Jay will take. As Salt on the Wound, this card's second passive isn't very significant, as the HP costs for both cards in this event set take from the card's maximum HP rather than the current HP. Players planning to use this Jay will have some options available to them, like his Pirate frame that provides a stackable damage boost against brave foes. Jay's event Mafia frame can work as another main frame option by providing stackable burst damage up buffs to the team, but keep in mind that the boost to HP falls under the same category as this card's passive. My final recommendation is his first birthday frame, as it can help keep this card alive when Treasure Hunter Jay has lower limit break levels. It's a nice option to keep him on the field, but this suggestion is a niche one if you're having difficulties in HP management. This Treasure Spelunking card set was tailored for this particular Survive event gimmick and not much else, so I find it hard to recommend them in Union or trade events. I'm glad to see that the Spell effect is making a comeback despite being limited to a select few cards in the roster, and it gives me hope that we'll get some free status support and raise it to the same level as other debuffs in Helios. That's all for this video. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you all in the next video.